There was another nest out there, and I didn't know. And that little son, yeah, they got me. They got me again. Frugal friends, I'm awake. It's early. I don't want to be awake, but we gotta get ready for that yard sale tomorrow morning. So let's go do it. So my long driveway is where I do my yard sales. And it's actually not that bad, because I did the deep cleanup a couple months ago. And so really it's not too terrible. The main issues are all those branches from trimming the tree. Yes, I did that all by myself with one of my dumpster ladders and a dumpster saw. It was a little dangerous, admittedly, but I got it done, and it needed doing. So wishing I had a wood chipper. It's on the list of things I'm saving up for. So what to do about all those branches? I don't know. Most likely I'm not going to do anything about them because, well, I don't have a wood chipper. I mean, I can chop them up and make them a little smaller, but is that going to just waste unnecessary energy? Be an unnecessary waste of energy? Yeah, most likely. So, and I'll still have all of this room for the yard sale. I also utilize this rock wall just to, like, I don't know, lay out books and things like that. Use whatever spaces you have and whatever display opportunities are available rather than just dumping stuff on the ground. I've seen a lot of people, they'll just like lay out a tarp and dump everything on it. And while that, I mean, it works, but it doesn't work as well as other options that you might have. Okay, so if something is not for sale, you can't have it out where the yard sale is happening. That is like a huge rule. So for instance, my husband bought a bike rack thing. At least I think that's what this is. It's got like a hitch thing, and I think it's meant to go on our van. It's not for sale. So I've got to move that, find a place for it that is not here. Because if you've got something out here whilst you're having a yard sale, I mean, it needs to be fair game. Otherwise, you're just going to run into problems, and no one wants that. I'm also going to sweep up all of this debris. I mean, think about it. If you're going to be selling stuff, you want to present a nice, kind of a nice space, a nice ambiance, a nice feeling for your customers, and that involves sweeping, which needs to be done anyway. So I think that's what we're going to jump into first, is just sweeping, tidying, and then moving things out of here that do not need to be here. It is potentially going to rain today, like a bit of a thunderstorm, and then be super hot tomorrow. So this is the absolute perfect day to be prepping for a yard sale. When you're having people come into your yard to potentially purchase stuff, one, you want your yard cleaned up, which we're working on now. Two, you don't want them having to smell your nasty, dirty trash, right? So as they're combing through and potentially buying the nasty, dirty trash that you pulled from the dumpsters. Oh, some of them know that, some of them don't. Anyway, you don't want unpleasant smells and things like that. So garbage cans, probably we'll either move them, you know, out there, out to the big back lawn, or just out to the street. Okay, so I'm still quite dizzy, and still the stomach cramps and everything, and some confusion, but for the most part, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Having just a teeny bit of trouble getting my thoughts together, but what I'm doing is sitting down for long periods of time and drinking lots of water, and then slowly but surely getting a few things done for the yard sale, with the hope that I'll still do it, still be able to do it. So speaking of things I'm getting done. So something that you need to have for a yard sale is bags. You've got to have bags of some kind. Grocery bags are what I recommend. Yes, I did find all of those Toys R Us bags, but those are worth selling. I've already sold some, and so I will not be using those for the yard sale. That at this point would be kind of silly because I have all these that were free. Well, the Toys R Us were free as well, but those I can make money from. So I've got my bags. What we need to do next, I'm gonna have the kids do most of it, and we're just gonna do a little here, a little there now, but most of it we'll probably do this evening when I am hopefully feeling much better, when maybe the headache has eased up and the dizziness and whatnot. But we need to pull all of the yard sale stuff that I've got jammed into the eBay shed. We need to pull all of that over to the back gate so that tomorrow morning we can just pull all of that out with the dumpster dolly. I'll show you my dolly that I got out of the bins. It has been so helpful for me and many other family members. We'll use that in the morning. And then also I need to get up into the attic. Luckily it's still quite cool today and shouldn't be horrible up there. I'm just nervous to get up there while I'm still dizzy. But I need to get up there and get down a bunch of poster paper so that we can have a sign out on the main road where people put up their yard sale signs. And then also, if I'm up to it tonight, at this point everything's just it's playing it by ear and listening to my body, perhaps not as responsibly as I maybe should, but anyway, I'm going to try to get a bunch of smaller signs done that I can put on like light poles and, you know, street signs, things like that, along the way with arrows and the address. You know, if you're going to do all the work of getting a yard sale set up, all of the cleaning and everything to make it a nice yard sale, then it only makes sense that you put up signage, that you advertise it online, on your community pages, yard sale sites, so that people know about it and can come to it. I'm in a pretty good location where I get a lot of kind of car and foot traffic anyway, but it definitely helps to have up the signs, and especially all the little arrows with the address written on them, and a big huge sign out on the main road where everyone puts, you know, their big signs. So I'm absolutely going to try to do that. If I don't, then it is what it is. But I am at least passing that information along to you that those are things you want to do. Now, all of that poster paper is, of course, 100% from the bins. I don't buy any of that anymore. And in fact, the Sharpies and markers that we'll be using to write on that, those are all from the bins as well. Just more ways that you can save money while making money through yard sailing. Through dumpster diving. All right, I'm going to take a little rest again, and then we'll get back to work. So, a little at a time, I'm feeling better, definitely, and getting more stuff done. I've got an ice pack here. Definitely a dumpster ice pack, of course, and that is helping the injection site where I did the EpiPen, definitely helping that feel much better. I've been drinking some Gatorade and, well, Powerade, and more water, and resting a lot, but I am starting to get some things done, and I have a strong feeling that the yard sale will happen. So I've had a lot of time to rest, and am honestly feeling pretty good, all things considered. The site, the sting site, is definitely much larger and worse than last time. But again, it did not go anaphylactic, which is wonderful. Well, anaphylactic, I mean, it depends on which part of that you want to. All right, it did go systemic, but not anaphylactic. In that, yes, it went to my head, and there were, you know, the headache and all of that, plus lots of stomach cramping and digestive symptoms. And anyway, but my breathing has been just fine, and that is how it is not anaphylactic. So I can show you right here is where the EpiPen, where that went in. And honestly, that's the thing that's bugging me the very most right now. So I'm tired. I'm wiped out. Part of that is just, you know, after the adrenaline shot wears off, you're left quite fatigued. Part of it is also the sting and the venom from it. But I got back out here and went to town on the 2 wasp nests that were over there. I have an EpiPen with me as I am doing this, and my phone, obviously, which I'm recording with. Killed all those wasps. That felt really good. I'm going to slowly but surely just keep getting ready for the yard sale, and we'll just see how it goes and how we're doing. So while I have been getting yard sale stuff ready, I have also been working on eBay stuff, all of these fabulous things, doing research and getting all of this stuff listed. So definitely hit up our eBay link in the video description. Got down this big, huge, beautiful piece of pink poster paper. Got out my stinky Sharpie Magnum. Both of these are, of course, from the bins. Gonna make my big, huge sign on this, and then I will make, catch my breath, several smaller signs, like I said, to put on like light poles and power poles. Well, the wasp nests never end. Oh. I'm so sick of them. So sick of them. This here is the dolly, the dumpster dolly. Found it in the bins like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. It has come in so handy. So I've used different things over the years to put the money in. You can use a coin purse, little purse. I've used little pencil boxes from the bins, of course. I've used pencil boxes many times, and I've just kept them under the chair where I sit during the yard sale. I've never had a problem losing money or anyone taking it from me or anything like that. But this year, what I wanted to do this time was to use my fanny pack that I got for Disneyland that has Mickey Mouse on it. Yeah, well, if I can end up getting out there in the morning and doing anything, that might be what I use. So right here I have this huge stack of garbage boxes, or waste baskets from a public school. I got them a few years ago. And then there are these IKEA shelves, and they were in better condition when I found them, and I probably could have sold them maybe, but I decided to keep them, and I just set them across 2 of these waste baskets, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. Little display units. So I'm absolutely not kidding. Not only did they sting me on the stomach, and then I killed both the nests, then after lots of rest and recuperation, I went out to my eBay shed because I had stuff in there to drag out for the yard sale, and there was another nest out there, and I didn't know, and that little son of, they got me. They got me again. And then I killed all of those ones, and and then I gave up, and I came in and watched a movie about the end of the world. You know, like you do when you're, you know. And then I decided the yard sale was just not gonna happen, and was like, this is a sign or something. But like the other one today, other than it spreading on my hand and going into my head, hurting really bad and making my head all ooh, I didn't break out into any other hives. My throat and chest are fine. So I'm taking that as a good thing. And as far as the yard sale, Mendigo yard sale, well, I guess you'll find out tomorrow if it ends up happening or not.